Welcome to episode 2 of Stafford Today. I'm Lauren Rhines, and I'm here with First Selectman candidate Tony Frassinelli and Selectman candidate John Perrier. So I'd like to start our discussion tonight, gentlemen, by talking about your tagline for your platform, which is open government. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure, Lauren. Thanks so much, and thanks everybody for joining us again. That's exactly what John and I are all about, and that's what this campaign is about. It's open government to get people involved. All the residents have a voice. They have a point of view. They have a comment to be made. Immediately what we're going to do is open the First Selectman's office on Friday mornings for residents to be able to come talk to me, which currently does not happen. Second thing is to create a citizens advisory board, which will give an open forum for citizens to be able to talk to us, ask us questions, and get involved in the process of government. Lastly, and there are many more pieces of our policies and ideas regarding opening the government, but we really want to be very transparent, but we want folks to feel that they at any time can come talk to us and be welcome.
Great, and I also noticed in your ad that you were going to add public comment sections back into the Board of Selectmen agendas. I'm just wondering why you would want to do that. I happen to know and have a lot of work with a couple of municipalities throughout the state, and that is standard on their agendas. I think it's very important, but I'd like to know why you think it's important for Stafford.
Well, it's number one, it's common sense, again, that we want the folks to be able to talk to their elected officials.
Mm-hmm.
They certainly have voted to elect us, but they still have a voice. And yes, it is policy basically in I think most municipalities throughout the state, and it was also in Stafford for many administrations previously, but currently it's not there. And I think it's vitally important to really get a feel for what the residents of Stafford are talking about and thinking about and are concerned about.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, right now I feel like there's a disconnect with the residents of Stafford in the town hall. The feedback we've gotten has just been, they feel like they can't approach people at the town hall, and if they do, they don't seem to get a response. So again, reason we want open government.
Great. So I happened to watch episode 1 of Stafford Today, which you can all also watch on the YouTube channel. And you mentioned that you were going to be having a meeting with a couple of representatives from the town of Putnam. Can you tell me a little bit about that meeting?
Sure. Tony and I, we both went to go see Mayor Falzarano, and very smart, intelligent guy, thinks out of the box. He's done some great things for Putnam, and essentially it's just been him and everybody that works under him making a group effort to make the town better. They talk to all the businesses in town, they keep all the businesses, they bring more businesses into town. But we talked a little bit about the grants that he was able to get the last time. We got 2 pages of grants that he had gotten. We're talking $400,000 one year, $500,000 another year, $300,000, $400,000 in 4 years. They got all of those grants just for their downtown area, which is why now when you go into Putnam, it looks totally different than it did 20 years ago. So we've got that from Mayor Falzarano. Also, they have a tech park that they're developing there. So he has some very interesting ideas. His approach to it is not costing the town a lot of money, and at the same time is going to bring in a lot of businesses. So he has some great ideas, and we plan to implement every idea that we can to help the town.
That's great.
Thanks.
I know currently to piggyback on what John said, in the last 4 years, Stafford has only received 1 grant, just 1. And there are many other towns around us that have received 2 to 3 in the last 4 years for much more money. And those are missed opportunities. It's money that's available that you can find and you can work hard, as Mayor Falzarano said, but you need to just start by looking. And that's the first step.
So what else have you guys been up to?
Well, we've been around town. We've been all over the place, really. We've been talking to business owners throughout the town, and also attending a lot of meetings to really understand what's happening, what the pulse of the town is, what are they feeling about, what are they worried about, and really, again, that's how you base your ideas of how you're going to be successful, is listening to the residents that live here. You see the good, and then you work on the things that are troubling. Separate from that, though, we've been able to attend a lot of fun functions throughout town, and there have been some great ones. There's a brand new ESP pottery studio that opened right up the sidewalk. The farmers market's every Saturday. If everybody's not aware of that, you have to attend because that is really starting to blossom. And the Art Factory was a huge success last Saturday that took place by American Sleep Bearing and was attended by thousands from out of state along the East Coast.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Olaf Asplund and everybody that put that together did a fantastic job. There was music, there was food there, and you actually got to see the art being created, which for me was like the best part. Amazing to see how quickly they were able to put images up and get it done. Like I said, I was extremely impressed with that. So I did notice that, down at the farmers market, which is fantastic, by the way, that the Inspiration Station has a different look to it, which is great. The Inspiration Station, we live there when my daughter had to do projects for St. Ed's all the time. I'm sure the same for your son. But so it's been a while since I've been down there, so it's nice to see that it looks even better than it did before. Just wanted to go over a few events. The Stafford Farmers Market on Saturday, October 24th. They're holding their next theme day called Cornucopia Day, along with the vendors who sell meat, baked goods, produce, cheese. The Orchard Works will be there selling wands, and they'll have farm-related activities and contests like square dancing, pumpkin decorating. So for more information, you can check out the StaffordFarmersMarket.org.
These activities, for the most part, are really being taken on and carried by business owners in town without really any support. So my hat's off to them, how hard they work to get this done, but there should be support from the administration, and that's what we will do. We will get involved. We've been involved already in a short time during the campaign, but people understand already, hey, I see you guys everywhere because you really seem to care, and that's really what we're all about.
So I noticed, I know when I went to attend the Arts Commission meeting, and Cheryl Maynard and everybody there, they were fantastic, very nice people. They did mention an Arts Prison show is coming October 9th, and it's an outlet for prisoners to focus on other things and while they're incarcerated. I know it's supported by Daniel Malloy's wife is supporting it, and it's going to be in all the shops on Main Street. They're going to display their art, and that's going to be at 10/9, and then I believe it's going to be several weeks after that the art will be there. Also, Cheryl wanted me to mention that they're having a winter barn dance series at the Memorial Hall, and that's going to be held on the third Saturday through winter months at 7:30 p.m., which sounds like a lot of fun. They're also collaborating with businesses. They're also part of the collaboration with the businesses for the Prison Art Show.
Great. There are so many unique offerings in Stafford. Thank you guys for bringing them up.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you want to discuss tonight?
I need to make sure to mention the Main Street Business Association. They're holding a Downtown Harvest Festival the same day. That begins at 11. From 4 to 6, the kids can trick or treat up and down Main Street, and there'll be water fires right out here next to Hyde Park.
And that's October 24th.
That's
right?
October 24th in the river from dusk till the evening, so that's pretty exciting stuff. We saw some things similarly in Putnam, so I think we're on the right track here. And we keep talking about Putnam, but if you find something that works, that makes sense, that's been successful, we're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're going to take some ideas with the mayor's blessing and run with it just as well.
And that's just our first stop. We plan to visit any towns that are successful with anything that they do, whether it's bringing business to town or bringing money into town that they can use through grants or whatever resource.
Right.
So thank you both so much for joining us for episode 2 of Stafford Today. Be tuned for more information on episode 3, but before we go, do you want to tell us a little bit about what we'll be discussing in the next episode?
In fact, yes, we have a plan to discuss our vision and plan for economic development in Stafford. It's vital that we really get things moving in the right direction. And there's a lot of things that can be done, that should be done, that are available, and we're going to discuss that in some detail next time.
Great.
Stay tuned.
And don't forget to vote on November 3rd.
Thanks so much.